They're playing out because you and I know there's an awful lot going on behind the scenes right now. There's things that have happened already that we can't even talk about, but things are in a positive position.
Mm.
There's a lot of panic setting in right now about what should I do with my money.
Mm.
All the time. All the time.
I took the wise step, like you guys did, to take my money out of the banking system and put it into gold and silver. That's what I've done. I'm very happy with that decision. This isn't financial advice, as James will tell you. This is just experience from an old man, not quite as old as the other old man, but old. But that's what I did. And on top of that, there's 2 members of our team this week who've just suddenly had their bank accounts closed, and the money is being withheld at the moment because they have to do compliance first, which we know is a lie. So they've closed the account and they'll hold on to it for a week, 2 weeks, a month, 2 months, 6 months, who knows? Depends as long as they need it. Because for anybody that runs a business, and I've run a few in my life, the biggest reason that small businesses go bankrupt is one word. It's called cash flow. Not to do with lack of orders. Most small businesses have plenty of orders. They have a lack of cash flow. And what good business people tend to do is hold money as long as they can and pay as late as they can, so they've got cash flow. So instead of having 30 days to pay an invoice, they ask for 45 or 60 or sometimes 90 days. It gives them cash flow. And right now, the banks have no cash flow. So the banks are going to hold on to your money for as long as they possibly can. And they're also, and legally able to do so, they're legally able to spend your money that's in there. What you thought was your savings. It's not actually your savings anymore. It belongs to them, and they can spend it. And you'll be really pleased to know they can spend your pension too.
Charlie, they're not getting any new printed notes from the central banks. They're not receiving any, and that means that their source is cut off.
It is. It's completely cut off. And I was watching yesterday the argument that the Democrats are having with the Republicans, where the Republicans are saying, we're not going to raise the debt ceiling. We're not going to do it. And the Republicans are saying, well, that's like spending money on your credit card and then not paying it back. I mean, their argument is unbelievable. It's absolutely crazy. These people, and Simon knows more than I do, that politicians generally don't have a clue about money because it's not their money. And the way I make it simple so that you understand this, if you or I walk into a casino, which I have done, I'm not a huge fan of it, but I have done, and I'm spending my money, I'm very, very cautious. That's me. But if somebody gives me free money, and I've been to casinos where they've given me free money, I don't give a shit. And that's very much like most politicians in the world. It's not their money. They don't give a shit.
Charlie, when they were debating this issue, the Democrats decided they would filibuster. And it's absolutely shocking what they decided to filibuster on, and that was the oath of allegiance. So literally, before you start, you have to raise your hand and say, I swear by God. And so they held it up by refusing to swear the oath of allegiance. I had to think of all the things to hold up debate in an elected chamber to refuse to swear. I mean, that's just, if anybody still doesn't understand what's going on, having known that in America, then I give up for them.
It's funny, Charlie. I know we've not told you what we're going to talk about today.
That's why I was laughing to myself.
But you pretty much hit, even on some analogies that we've come up with, you've hit on pretty much every one of them. But as you were talking, I was thinking, have we told you what we're talking about today? But
I was thinking the same.
You know what it says to me? It says that
frequency.
We are all literally on the same wavelength. And once you've seen these things, you can never unsee them. And I think a lot of people are so busy, they're on that hamster wheel, and that's how how their people want them to be kept. They want
it's just been designed.
Yeah, they just want them on that hamster wheel, and they've not, without enough brain space and time and energy to even put their head up and just go, what is actually going on? And I think that's where we all come in, is that we're the voice that says, hang on a minute, we've seen what's actually going on, and people might not have the time or the brain space or whatever to look for themselves. But it's for us to then put that message out there and say, hey, I know you've kept busy, but just have a look at this for 2 minutes and just see what you think. And it literally the exact same things that we're talking about, down to the point you'll see in a second.
Calling all US citizens. Check out the link in the description to get your free Goalbusters ebook.